Alright, so when I'm off the grid, I usually use a couple of these things, power banks, to charge my phone, my cameras, and radios, anything else that might need charging. And I have a lantern that runs off a USB, and this thing will run my lantern for about 5-6 hours. It's instead of keeping track of like 3 or 4 of these things, I have all various sizes and ones. This one's 16,000 milliamp hours. I don't know what that means to regular hours, but why couldn't they just say 1 milliamp hour? Who knows? Instead of trying to keep up with a bunch of these, I made one big one. It's got an on-off switch, turn it on. It's got 2 USB ports and then a USB-C port. This little button here turns the voltmeter on and off. On the other side, I've got a regular, I don't know what we call it, cigarette lighter, 12 volt cigarette lighter port. And then 2 more USB. And then on the end, I have an SAE plug that I can just plug my charger into this to charge it. I didn't have any way to charge a LiPo battery, so I had to get one. So I got this off of Amazon. All the stuff I got was off of Amazon. A few niblets I had. I voided the warranty by cutting off the alligator clips on the end and solder sealing onto a SAE plug that'll fit into it. This way I don't have to open the lid to charge it. And fairly easy to do so. Let's take a look at the video. Found this LiPo battery. I'm gonna give it a try. Charging LiPo battery is a challenge in itself, being that I didn't have anything to charge a LiPo battery with. So I had to get one of these. This was like 20 bucks. They have bigger ones, better ones, all kinds of ones, but this was the most economical thing I could find because I only have the one LiPo battery. I didn't, who knows. And further on down the road, I might get something a little bit better. But for now, I'm on a budget, so this and this was probably about half the cost of the thing, of the project. Or actually most of the cost of the project. It fits perfect in here and it gives me room for all my niblets. You can pick up this ammo can at Harbor Tool and Freight for like $5-6. Alright, so I had a lot of stuff on hand, so this didn't really cost me all that much. You might have to buy some stuff, but I got these 12 volt USB ports. You just drill a hole, stick it in. And I even have one that's just a regular, we used to call them cigarette lighters, just a 12 volt port, I guess. And I got a bunch of other little doodads. But even if you got to buy it, this whole thing costs under 100 bucks. Hey, maybe. I don't know. I should run a tally. I was off by a little. Alright, first things first, I have a couple of these things. I bought this one specifically for this. It has 2 USB ports and it has the USB-C plug. It's got a voltmeter in the center. This little switch turns the voltmeter on and off. Got an on-off switch. This thing's rated for 15 amps. That's important to remember. And various wires. A fuse holder. This thing's left over from a couple of different projects. I've got this flush mount. I think it's an SAE plug. I can't remember. You could use any kind of plug you want. This I'm going to plug onto the case and wire it to the battery. So this way I don't have to open up the case and use these little alligator clips to charge it. Like I said, a lot of this stuff I had floating around left over from other projects. Alright, first things first, let's see if we can get this battery mounted in the box. Step 1, get a box. Step 2, open the box. Step 3, drop the battery in the box. That fits good. I believe I'm going to use a pool noodle to wedge that box in there, and we might glue it in place. Here's a first for me. I got a flat. Alright, so I got some foam cut, and I'm going to hold them in place with a little bit of silicone. It's like an adhesive. Now I'm just going to slide it in our box. Woo! Ta-da, perfect. Put this one right around here. Go slow, it eats through that plastic pretty quick. Alright, there's one. Perfect. And on the other side, I'm going to put this. I don't know. Down low, I guess. That's gotta be it. Yeah. You just put the little locking ring on it. Now, the last thing is I want to put the switch on it. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. There's a little nub on this switch, kind of like to hold it center. And I gotta put a little notch in the thing. Plastic's easy to work with. All right, let's see if that'll get it. There we go. I'm thinking on the end here's where it should go. Let's make sure we got a lot of room to work with in there. All right. So we can cut it with a knife. This rotary bit is the bomb. Perfect. All right, now all we got to do is wire it up. First, I'm going to clean this mess up. Here's a crude wire diagram. All right, so first thing I want to do is what it looks like with all the giblets inside it. Is I want to wire my charging port straight to the battery. So I want to be able to plug it in without turning anything on, or this way when I unplug it, it's off. And I want to put in a fuse. I got this little fuse holder. So we're going to put a fuse in here. There we go. What we have is this wire coming into the 20 amp fuse and then going straight to the battery. This wire is going to a 5 amp fuse and then going to the switch. And now we're just going to put one on the switch to all three devices. What about these wire strippers? That easy. A friend of mine got these at an air show. I don't know. Never seen them on Amazon. Or I haven't really looked for them. Perfect tools. Squeeze. Alright, now I just gotta plug it in. Alright. Now all we have to do is put a ground. Once again, here's my crude wiring diagram. Charging my fan. Alright. So there we have it. Yep, that one's working. We can leave it like that. And just charge it with this. Like that. Then we have to open it up. I like the idea of just plugging in. So, yeah, let's void the warranty on this thing. Let's see what we can do here. Oh. It's charging it. And see, I got everything turned off. Jeez. Got to press record. I used some double-sided tape to stick these down. That one's crooked, but it'll live. It'll work. So let's head out to the woods and see how long it'll run that lantern. Let me turn it off. Don't want to drain it. Well, it's charging my third camera battery, my cell phone, and my fan was dead, and it's charging it almost all the way. So this is my USB powered lantern. Don't make fun of me. I always get comments when I'm setting it up. Did you like that? Was it as good for you as it was for me? Alright, when it gets dark, I'll turn it on and we'll see how long it lasts.
Tomorrow.
7:30 in the morning, and it is still going strong. Charged 3 GoPro batteries, my camping fan, my cell phone, and it still has 12.9 volts. Now for the test, let's see how drained it is. That's about 50%. So it charged up everything I needed to do all weekend and still had reserve. Alright, so it's a winner. It charged everything I need charged and had juice left over. I believe it could probably last the whole weekend. Charging everything that needs charged. And I'm going to carry this instead of several small charging banks. And worst case scenario, if this fails, I always got my Jeep to charge my vehicle, charge my stuff with. Alright, so if this didn't put you to sleep, check out my podcast, 10 Minute Off-Road Podcast. Podcast for the off-roader with short attention span. There'll be a card for it up here. And if you're a real glutton for punishment, check out one of my other fine videos like this one here. This one down here is always a good one. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and all that jazz. And as always, thanks for watching.